when my lawyers hit me and I saw the 6 I was like, I didn't say nothing about her marijuana thing. Only thing I did was post about it. I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm generally getting mad. Like, why is she mad? Because I'm reporting that she's, one of Papoose's chicks, and she's paying him, to come out and walk beside her and be in the ring. And Papoose ain't got no money like that. Let's just keep it a buck. Papoose ain't got no money. I'm like, why is she so mad? So when I saw the caption, I was like,
the internet didn't just wake up to drama this time. It woke up to a full-blown explosion. Phones started buzzing. Timelines started flooding. Within minutes, one name was trending across every platform imaginable: Tasha K. But this wasn't just another messy celebrity headline. This was the kind of story that makes people stop scrolling, lean closer to the screen, and whisper, wait, did that really just happen? Because according to a shocking new set of alleged leaks circulating online, the relationship drama involving boxing champion Claressa Shields and rapper Papoose didn't quietly fade away behind closed doors. No, if these insiders are telling the truth, the entire situation exploded after one secret affair was suddenly dragged into the spotlight, and the fallout may be even messier than anyone imagined.
Alleging that Claressa smoked on our platform, and that is not true. To my knowledge, Claressa hasn't smoked any weed. To my knowledge, Papoose didn't give her any weed. And so that was damaging, right? And so I apologize for that, Claressa, and apologize that came out on my platform. And so we have since changed the caption to something that was directed at what was in the content. And I told my team, don't be adding nothing extra. Don't be adding nothing. I know you're messy. That's why I hired y'all, but don't add nothing extra, because then it costs me extra. And then I got to pay these lawyers, and these lawyers be $600 an hour.
It all started when Tasha K dropped a late-night video that instantly set social media on fire. In it, she hinted at private messages, secret phone recordings, and a confrontation so intense that people in the room allegedly started recording because they knew nobody would believe the story otherwise. Within hours, fans were dissecting every word, replaying every clip, and digging through months of posts trying to piece together the truth. But the most shocking part? According to the so-called insider who sent the information, Claressa didn't discover the alleged betrayal through gossip or rumors. She allegedly found out through a message that wasn't meant for her eyes. A message that suggested Papoose may have been living a completely different reality behind the scenes. And the moment she saw it, everything shattered. Because if what's in those leaked messages is real, then the confrontation that followed didn't just expose a secret relationship. It revealed a web of lies, hidden meetings, and emotional betrayals that could completely change how fans see everyone involved. And the crazy...
And her being in Hawaii with Papoose, right? And Papoose's side chick allegedly popped up and said, I'm in Hawaii staying pretty too. Now, Remy Ma has already spilled the wine on Claressa not being the only one, and how desperate she's been over having Papoose by her side. I mean, she is, what do you call it? Like the greatest fighter, whatever, boxer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not negating what she's done, but she's obviously number one in her class. And so she's been winning a lot of belts, and she's that chick, right?
Craziest part. The internet believes this scandal is only getting started. The moment that video went live, the atmosphere across social media changed instantly. Within seconds, thousands of notifications began lighting up phones as fans rushed to watch what Tasha K had just dropped. The tone of her voice alone was enough to make viewers sit up straight. She wasn't joking. She wasn't speculating. She spoke like someone who believed she had just uncovered a secret that could rip apart one of the most talked about celebrity situations on the internet. And the names at the center of the storm made the story even more explosive. Boxing champion Claressa Shields, rapper Papoose, and the shadow looming over everything Remy Ma for years. Papoose had been known as the loyal husband who stood by Remy Ma through prison sentences, public scandals, and industry pressure. Fans praised him as one of the rare men in entertainment who never switched sides when things got hard. Interviews where he spoke about loyalty were constantly shared online as proof that real love still existed in the celebrity world. But the narrative began to fracture the moment Tasha hinted that there might have been another story happening quietly behind the scenes. According to the claims circulating online, whispers about Papoose spending time around Claressa Shields had already been floating around private industry circles for months. Nothing concrete, just sightings, rumors, and a few suspicious photos where he appeared a little too comfortable around the boxing champion during training camps and championship events. At first, nobody paid attention. Claressa was a world champion, a superstar in the boxing world. And Papoose had always been seen supporting athletes and friends publicly. Their interactions didn't seem unusual until the Hawaii trip. That single detail is what insiders say changed everything. According to several posts that began circulating after Tasha's video dropped, Claressa and Papoose were allegedly spotted together during what was supposed to be a quiet getaway connected to one of her fight promotions. Photos never surfaced publicly, but witnesses claim they saw the pair together at a luxury hotel restaurant, laughing, talking closely, and moving like two people who were far more than casual friends. One witness allegedly wrote in a message that quickly spread across Twitter. They weren't acting like business partners. They looked like a couple trying not to be noticed. The message exploded across social media, but that was only the first spark, because hours later, another piece of alleged evidence surfaced. It's a screenshot of a text exchange that people claimed came from someone inside the situation. The messages showed someone begging Papoose to stop moving sloppy because the internet was starting to notice. One line in particular made people freeze. "You told me everything with her was finished." Fans instantly began debating who that mysterious sender might be. Some believed it was Claressa confronting him. Others insisted it could have been someone else entirely. But the timing of the message lined up too perfectly with the Hawaii rumors. And that's when things got personal. According to a source who claimed to have spoken directly with someone close to Claressa Shields, the boxer allegedly discovered the messages by accident during a conversation that suddenly took a strange turn. The story says she confronted Papoose about something she had seen online, expecting him to brush it off like a rumor. Instead, insiders claim his reaction raised even more questions. He allegedly became defensive. Too defensive that moment, the insider said, is when Claressa realized something wasn't adding up. What followed next, according to the same source, was a confrontation that people nearby described as emotional, intense, and impossible to ignore. Voices reportedly echoed through a hallway as accusations began flying back and forth. One person who claims they were present described the scene in a message that later leaked online. Claressa kept asking him the same question over and over. She kept saying, "Who is she? Just tell me the truth." But the most shocking part of the alleged confrontation came when another voice entered the situation, a woman, someone who reportedly arrived unexpectedly. According to the viral account, the woman claimed she had been seeing Papoose privately for months and had no idea Claressa was involved at all. Witnesses say the room went silent when she revealed that he had been telling her a completely different story, one where his relationship with Remy Ma was already finished. The revelation hit like a thunderclap. If true, it meant multiple people may have believed they were in exclusive relationships with the same man at the same time. Clips claiming to capture pieces of the confrontation began spreading across social media later that night. None of the footage clearly showed faces, but the voices sounded heated, emotional, and dangerously real. One voice shouted, "You lied to everybody." Another voice yelled back, "You don't even know the whole story." Within hours, hashtags involving Claressa Shields and Papoose were trending worldwide. Fans were replaying the clips again and again, trying to match voices, analyze accents, and determine who was speaking in each moment. Supporters of Claressa flooded timelines defending the champion, saying she had every right to confront dishonesty if the rumors were true. Many pointed out that she had built her entire career on discipline, honesty, and strength, qualities that made the idea of betrayal even more painful to imagine. Meanwhile, Papoose's longtime fans pushed back hard, accusing Tasha K of stirring up chaos without proof. They argued that he had spent years showing loyalty to Remy Ma and that the internet was too quick to believe. Sensational rumors. But the situation became even more complicated. When an old interview resurfaced in the clip, Papoose was seen proudly talking about the importance of honesty in relationships. At one point, he said something that now seemed painfully ironic. Loyalty is everything. Once that's broken, nothing can ever be the same again. The clip went viral instantly. People couldn't stop sharing it alongside the newest allegations. The internet smelled contradiction. And once social media senses a crack in someone's image, it rarely lets go. But just when fans thought the situation had reached its peak, another message began circulating. One allegedly sent from someone connected to Remy Ma's circle. The message was short, cold, n. Terrifyingly cryptic. All lies come out eventually. The moment those words started trending, everything changed. Everything changed. Because now people weren't just wondering about Claressa and Papoose anymore. They were wondering what Remy Ma knew, and more importantly, how long she had known it. But according to insiders whispering behind the scenes, the most explosive moment of this entire saga hadn't even happened yet, because the second confrontation was reportedly brewing, one involving all three names at the center of the storm. And if that meeting actually happened, the way sources claim it did, the emotional fallout might be even more devastating than the first confrontation. Especially because someone in the room was secretly recording everything that the internet thought. The first confrontation was the peak of the chaos. But according to new whispers spreading through industry circles, what happened next was far more explosive than anyone expected. Because while the internet was busy debating screenshots and blurry recordings, something much bigger was quietly unfolding behind closed doors. And once again, the center of the storm was Claressa Shields. Sources claimed that after the Hawaii confrontation, rumors began circulating. Claressa didn't immediately go public with anything. Instead, she allegedly tried to get answers directly from Papoose. People close to the situation say she wanted clarity, not headlines. But the deeper she looked, the more confusing the story became, because every explanation seemed to lead to another contradiction. One insider claims Claressa had already been hearing whispers for weeks before the internet caught wind of anything. Small things that didn't quite add up. A canceled appearance. A late-night call that suddenly ended when someone else walked into the room. A trip that was supposedly business but somehow kept appearing in private. Vacation photos online. At first, she ignored it, but when the alleged messages started circulating publicly, the situation reached a point where silence wasn't possible anymore, and that's when the second confrontation allegedly happened. According to a source who claims to have seen part of the encounter, Claressa demanded a face-to-face conversation. Not over text, not over the phone. In person, the meeting was supposed to clear everything up. Instead, it reportedly turned into an emotional explosion. Witnesses say the discussion started calmly. Claressa allegedly asked direct questions, looking for straightforward answers. But each response only seemed to make things worse. One source claims Papoose kept insisting the internet was twisting everything out of context. But the moment that changed the entire tone of the conversation came when Claressa reportedly brought up the mystery woman from Hawaii. That's when the room allegedly went silent. According to someone nearby, Papoose didn't answer immediately. Instead, he allegedly looked down at his phone like he was deciding whether to say something or whether to keep the secret buried. That hesitation alone reportedly told Claressa everything she needed to know. And the next few minutes, witnesses say, were pure emotional chaos. Voices rose. Accusations started flying. Claressa reportedly demanded to know how many people were involved and how long the situation had really been going on. One witness claimed she said something that instantly spread across private group chats once the story leaked. "You had me defending you while you were living two lives." Sentence alone triggered another wave of internet speculation when it eventually surfaced online. But the twist that truly turned the situation upside down didn't happen until later that night, because according to insiders, someone who had been quietly watching the drama unfold decided to step into the spotlight. And that person may have been connected to Remy Ma. It started with a cryptic post that appeared on a social media account believed to belong to someone in Remy's inner circle. The message was vague, but the timing made it impossible to ignore. People really think they're the only ones who know the truth. Within minutes, fans began interpreting the post as a warning. Some believed it meant Remy had known about the alleged affair for a long time. Others thought it hinted that the story being told online was missing major pieces of the puzzle. And then things escalated again. Another alleged recording began circulating in private online groups before eventually leaking onto public timelines. The clip was chaotic, voices overlapping, doors slamming, someone shouting in the background. But one line cut through the noise, clearly enough for viewers to replay it again and again. "You promised nobody would ever find out." The voice sounded like it belonged to a man, and many listeners were convinced. It sounded like Papoose. The internet exploded. Clips of the audio spread across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram within hours. Reaction videos began popping up everywhere, with fans analyzing every second of the recording like detectives trying to solve a mystery. Some believed the clip proved there's been a secret relationship hidden for months. Others insisted the audio could have been edited or taken completely out of context. But the online battle between supporters of Claressa and defenders of Papoose quickly turned vicious. Fans of Claressa Shields flooded comment sections with messages praising her for refusing to stay silent if she felt disrespected. They argued that her reputation had been dragged into drama she never asked for, and that confronting the situation publicly showed strength, not weakness. Meanwhile, longtime supporters of Papoose pointed out that he had spent years building an image of loyalty alongside Remy Ma. To them, the sudden avalanche of accusations felt suspicious, like someone was trying to rewrite history overnight. The arguments became so intense that several celebrity bloggers began warning their followers that the situation could spiral into legal trouble if the alleged recordings kept spreading. And ironically, that's exactly what Tasha K hinted at in one of her own live streams. During the broadcast, she mentioned that lawyers had already started contacting people connected to the story. At one point, she even joked about how expensive this situation was becoming. "My lawyers hit me and said, 'These receipts better be real,'" she said, laughing nervously before adding, "because them lawyers be charging $600 an hour." The comment instantly went viral. Some viewers believed it was proof that she had genuine information she was preparing to release. Others thought it was simply another attempt to keep the internet glued to the drama. But then Tasha dropped one final tease that changed everything. She claimed there was still one piece of evidence she hadn't revealed. Yet, a message, not a screenshot, not a rumor, an actual voice message that allegedly came from someone directly involved in the situation. And according to her, that recording would explain exactly how the alleged affair started. And who else knew about it from the beginning? The moment she said those words, the internet practically held its breath, because if that message exists, it could completely reshape the story everyone thinks they understand. It could reveal whether Claressa Shields was truly blindsided. Whether Papoose was hiding something deeper than anyone realized, or whether someone else entirely has been manipulating the narrative from the shadows. Right now, fans are refreshing their timelines every few minutes, waiting for the next update, because if that recording ever surfaces publicly, it might not just expose a secret relationship, it could ignite the biggest celebrity fallout this internet drama has seen yet. And if insiders are telling the truth about what's inside that message, then the most shocking chapter of this story hasn't even begun. And now the internet is sitting on edge, waiting for the next bomb to drop. Because if even a fraction of these alleged messages, recordings, and confrontations turn out to be real, the fallout could change how people look at everyone involved forever. What started as one shocking video from Tasha K has spiraled into a full-blown celebrity firestorm involving Claressa Shields, Papoose, and the shadow of Remy hanging over the entire situation. Every hour, new theories appear, new clips resurface, and fans are digging deeper, trying to uncover what really happened behind the scenes. But here's the truth. Stories like this don't stay quiet for long. Someone always speaks. Another message always leaks. Another recording always surfaces. And when that next piece of evidence finally drops, the narrative could flip in a way nobody expects. The person the internet is defending today could become the villain tomorrow. The one staying silent right now could be holding the most explosive receipts of all. That's why you don't want to miss what happens next if you've been following this drama and want to stay ahead of every twist, every leak, and every shocking update. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications right now. Because the moment another clip, message, or a confrontation hits the internet, we'll be breaking it down immediately. And trust me, with a story this messy and this explosive, the next revelation could drop at any second. And when it does, everyone is going to be talking about it. So stay locked in, stay ready, and join the conversation below. Tell us what you really think is going on here. Because this scandal is far from over. Because this scandal is far from over.